Hey, everybody, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Minions assemble in the lair. We are here. Let's start out with not sure what happened there. Anyway, we're back. Let's start out with some greetings. See who we got here. Stacy Bolsterblades says Minion Bolster Blade reporting is requested. Hey there, all you minions. Oh, let's see who else is here. David Iverson throwing out some greetings, praying that Mrs. Edge is feeling better. She's doing a lot better. A lot. Chemo's Wednesday. She says 4, sometimes 5 days that are a little tough. There was definitely 4 pretty hard days this time. She's doing a lot better though. She's feeling good. She's able to eat. Nausea is gone mostly. So yes, it wasn't anything that was unexpected, but it still sucked. Bladesburger says, I heard the call. Mike Jernak also throwing out some greetings, saying hello to everybody. My man Gonzo's in the house. My brother from another mother and one of my moderators. Faction is in the house. Hashtag be up for Jason Brown. Always happy to see those. Shout out to ProX Brother Bill. Absolutely. Iggy is here with a be up as well and some greetings. Ed Harrison is in the house. Another one of my longtime minions here. Says good evening, guys and gals. Also, Iggy is, by the way, is one of my other moderators. Shout out to Bill. Yep, I agree. Bama Ninja. One of my honorary mods is here. He says, be up and minions carry knives. O-Tip's in the house as well. Says, hey, what's going on, brother? Some more greetings going on in here. I like it. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Lots of greetings. Blazeburger says, what's going on? Rattly Stop Pins. Always glad to have Blaze in here. Matt, again, throwing up some greetings. Freak Show. What's up, my man? Thanks for coming in. Got some greetings there and a few frosty cold beers. Be having those a little later over there in the kitchen. Squirrel King. All hail Squirrel King, Matt. So while I got you guys here and we're going through some greetings, a native wild man, what's going on, my brother? He's here too. While we're doing some greetings, I want to throw out a few thank yous like I do at the beginning of every live stream. I want to thank all of you, the minions who come in here every week, follow my channel, post. Thank you very, very much for being here live and as much in person as you can be. I want to thank everybody who's listening on a mobile device, anybody who rewatches this broadcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your support. I greatly appreciate it, especially over this last long, hard year that we're almost done with, 2022. So with that, again, thank you to everybody who's here or is watching or listening or following along. Let's see what else we got here. Lone Wolf's here today too. He says, nice video match. What Maddie watched a little bit, throwing out some love to Faction. Faction, a very good friend of mine and somebody who is an absolutely fantastic member of this knife community. So if you're new here, go check him out. I don't think we have any newbies in here at the moment, but you never know. O-Tip says, really getting tired of the damn hospital. Yeah, I can relate to that, brother. It seems like we live there lately for different reasons, though. Some links for Gonzo. Native Wildman says, prayers for Mrs. Edge. Doing a lot better. Thank you guys for all your thoughts and prayers, for keeping us always close to your hearts. Appreciate that very, very much. Tried catching you last time before you left, but alas, you left too quickly. Bam, and Ninja said, I just received a Ferrum Forge buck today. Anyone else got something new? Not necessarily something new. I've had it for a while, but I just finally got around to start carrying it. I got it on me today. And when we do pocket checks here, which is coming up, I will show you what I got in my pocket. More links going out. I like it. The Eionans are warriors. I like to think so, at least, you know. It's definitely one of the hardest fights I've ever been in. And it's not, for me anyway, it's not necessarily physical. Let's see who else we got. Grumpy Grunt is in the house. The grumpy one, never heard of it. Sounds very Mayo-y and maybe squirrels with rabies. All right, brother. I like it. Uh, yeah, sorry I haven't been around in as many of the lives lately, but it's just life's been kicking us in the butt a little bit. Native says, my newest knife is a Kubi Wolverine. Very nice, sir. Very nice. I like it a lot. So we got what? About 15 people, 17 people, 17 people in here. Not too bad. Don't forget to hit the like button for me. Got some news and information for you guys. I got a pretty good story time lined up for the end of the show. Some updates on reviews coming up, some updates on the holiday celebration, and yeah, a few things. So we'll try to keep it interesting. Life happens. Shit happens. That's part of life. I totally agree there, Gonzo. Plays Perker. What's up there, shallow hollow grind? Lone Wolf says, Eionan, my prayers are with you, brother. Be strong, my friend. Kick that C in the ass. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. It's really her. She's the one. The tiny Asian woman over there. She's the one that's got to kick it in the ass. I'm just helping her. So, but she's doing a good job. She's doing good. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Neil McKenzie, brand new dispatch Tanto. First of all, my good friend Neil, welcome in. We just got together this past week. And Neil is going to be, how should I put this? Neil is contributing to the holiday celebration that's coming up in December. So big shout out to Neil. Neil has helped out with something that we're going to be using for the holiday celebration. You're going to like it. And that just shows what kind of a guy Neil is. He's a very big hearted dude. And I'm looking forward to when Neil has been feeling a little under the weather himself. He's had some kind of stomach virus, lower stomach virus that's been kicking him in the butt. So again, thoughts for my buddy Neil, and hopefully he's doing better now. He was struggling a little bit when I saw him this past week, and that's never good. But I think he's probably doing okay now. I hope so. Let's see what else we got going on here. We're here for you, brother Eionan. I know you guys are always here for me, man. This community's been fantastic this past year, not just with the Knife Channel stuff, but with everything else too. So I greatly appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see, Lone Wolf. I know, but it takes everyone to stay strong. She needs broad shoulders to help keep them. Keep her. I'll tell you what. I agree with that. My shoulders have been tested plenty this year, so I'm going to look forward to getting on the other side of this. That's for sure. Yes, and it's a brand new something. That is true. So Neil has graciously helped out with that. I think you guys are going to be pretty pleased. OTIP wants to know, Grumpy, are you in New York? I hear yous. I think New York. Yins, I think Pittsburgh, and I say Ewans. I'm from Southern Indy. Oh, Grumpy is from Indy as well. So I don't know where he is right now. Oh, Will B is in the house as well. He says, hello, prayers for you and Mrs. Edge. Thank you. She's doing much better yesterday, afternoon, and today. So finally starting to feel pretty good. And that's about right. 4 to 5 days on this particular one. The good news is there's only two more treatments left to go. So if we can get through those and move on to the surgery part of it, I think her and I will both be happy. Okay. Let's see who else is in here. He says, yeah, Grumpy says, no, I'm in Indy too. There's Bobo Schnoggins. He says, hey, night family. Am I late to formation 100 yards from low crawl? No, Bobo, you're good, man. You're good. We've been live 10 minutes. So you're fine, brother. Let's see. O-Tip says, Eionan said, when my dad was sick, a lot of people didn't see the weight mom carried. You make sure and take care of yourselves. I will just say this. It's definitely hard when you're a doer, when you're a natural leader, when you're an Aries, when you're somebody who's used to just identifying a problem and getting to work fixing it. It's hard for someone like that, like me, that's me, to deal with this sometimes because you can't fix it. You can't yourself jump in and fix it. You can help, you can be supportive, you can take on all the tasks that you possibly can to make life easier, but you can't fix it. So that's difficult, right? Because as a Marine, I'm always the kind of person who wants to get in there and go, let's get this fixed. You can't do that in this situation. You have to trust the medicine, you have to trust the process, and you have to just work through it. So, anyway, let's see. Grumpy says, I forged down in Ellettsville. Spencer used to anyway. The family sold their ground down there. Okay, I think he's talking about, yeah, going out looking. Aberdeen Blades going out looking for shrooms and other things for foraging. Aberdeen Blades is in the house. He says, aloha, all awesome. Ha, you're welcome. Modern musket. All right. Arms evolve. Rights don't change. That's all I'm going to say on that. All right. Fellow Aries. Yes, I am. I am an Aries. Yep. I am. Let's see what else is going on here. So yeah, so few new people have popped in here to the stream. Thank you to everybody. So since we got a good amount of people in here, there's a fair amount of folks. Let's start doing pocket checks. What I want to know about your pocket check, I want to know what you're carrying today, or what you carried today if you're home and dumped out your pocket on the counter or the coffee table or nightstand already. I want to know what you carried today, and I also want to know, do you plan on carrying anything special for the holidays? Let me know. Let me know what you guys got, and let me know what you plan on maybe carrying special for the holidays. Let's see who else is in. What? David Iverson, someone that assaulted my grandson. Get that. Go, David. That's more important than us. Get that family stuff taken care of. Hopefully, everything's going to be okay, and it's not anything real serious. Garen Gatelo. I don't think I've ever seen you in the stream, but welcome. Howdy. Glad to have you here. Glad you could stop by and hang out for an hour or two. And I always like having new people in here. So there will be a few things to talk about. I will be going over some of the upcoming knife reviews on the channel. I will be talking about the Christmas/holiday celebration in December, which is coming up in less than a month now. Less than a month before that happens. So you don't want to miss the information about that. I have some information about a special guest who's coming on the show next week. That will be a lot of fun. You don't want to miss that information. I will be putting that out here today as well. But for now, again, I'd like to just thank you and welcome you all to the channel. And let's get those pocket checks up there. Tell me what you carried in your pocket today for knives and EDC gear. And let me know if there's anything special you plan on carrying for the holidays. That's what I got for you at the moment. So let's see. Native says, I'm two fish swimming. Yeah, two fish swimming in a circle. Pisces. Let's see. Otep says, my carry this week has been a heart monitor and my fallen down pendant and the stuff on my desk. Oh, the pendant you carry in case you fall. Gotcha. So that's not going to change too much, right? Gonzo says AKC Auto, Rough Rider Reserve 017, an Olight something CP or CZP10S. That's a pew pew, by the way, for some of you guys who don't know, and an Iggy Hank. Bobo is carrying a Cold Steel Recon 1, planning on carrying his Chavez 229 on Turkey Day. There you go, right? So you're going to carry something special for Thanksgiving. Very nice. Garen Gatorlope says, I'm carrying a Ganzo Firebird 922, a QSP Penguin, a Sea Scorpion, and a Rat 1. Very nice, sir. I like that. That's a good carry. There's Dawn. Dawn just jumped in the house. What's up, Dawn? Everyone give Dawn a few shout outs. She posted her first knife review last week, and it was good. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. I watched the whole thing. O-tip, stay green side up. No kissing the ground, brother. That's true, man. Right? Stay upright. O-tip says, I'm sorry I haven't put out a video in a while. Have cognitive issues, can't seem to get one shot. Brother, I know what that's like. I thought I had a great idea for my fully deployed series, which I haven't shot a video for in like 2 months. It's been over 2 months now, I think. And I kept thinking, oh, I'm going to get that done. I'm going to get that done. I'm going to get that done. I usually do those on Saturday mornings or afternoons, and it just hasn't happened. And then time passed, and I'm like, well, I got a different idea, and I just haven't been able to do it. And I just haven't been able to put what's up here in my head down on paper for a little bit so that I could actually get it set up and shoot it. And it's tough. The lives and the knife reviews are pretty much all I can do right now. I'm hoping after the holidays that will change a little bit, but you never know. So I've stopped saying, hey, I'm going to get that done next week or this month, and I'm just going to get the next fully deployed shot when I have inspiration on a day off. Maybe that'll be this weekend. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's see what else we got going on for pocket checks here. Mimo, there's my other moderator, Mimo, one of my moderator extraordinaires. I think I have 3 regular moderators here in the live right now and 1 honorary moderator. So there's four of you guys in here right now. Mimo, Michael Morgan is carrying the Tempest Pinion and a Campfire Leatherworks Hank and a yes no coin from Iggy, carrying 10 extra pounds for the holidays. I got that too, brother. I'm trying to keep it to just 10. We'll see if we can manage that. Gonzo says nothing special for the holidays, though. Will be. I better take a breath for this one. Traveled light today. First day back to work after being sick. But Will is carrying his ever-present Grimsmo Norseman, a Kaiser Bagleader XL, Civivi Chevalier Olight Baton 3, i5T Plus, and a Karis Bolt V2. I don't plan on carrying anything special for the holiday. All right. Let's see who else has got their pocket check up. Mid-Missouri EDC. What's up, Craig? He's carrying an F5.5 acid washed with Blue Micarta. Sounds nice, even though I'm not a fan of the 5.5, just my own personal thing, doesn't fit my hand. Olight Arc Field, very cool. A recently released product from Olight, but it seems to be very popular with EDC folks for obvious reasons. A Vosteed Pry Bar, no idea on the holiday, haven't thought that far out. Okay, that's fine. Aberdeen Blades is carrying a Kubi Momentum. Let's see. Here we go. Hey, Darnell, what's going on? Darnell is in the house. Another one of my very dedicated minions. It's been with me for a while. Stopping in here tonight for the live stream. Says Eionan's Edge. Evening to you. Hello. Hello to you too, sir. Glad to have you here. Bridgeport 395 for Iggy. A Leatherman Squirt as well. Flashlight. Refined Pen. A Jake's Jank. And a Jason Brown Hank. Missed out on those. Like to have one. Garen says, oh, and my Hickory Combat Cane. There you go. I like that. A cane's in my future probably too, as sad as I am to say. It's probably not as far away as I think, probably less than 10 years now, since I'm having hip problems besides back problems. We'll see how long it is before I need a cane or walking stick or whatever you want to call it. Dawn says, thank you again, Ian Jez. I love my Sativian ST-139. It's a good knife for you, and you chose well. And I loved watching your review and a few other videos that you have on the channel. So if you get a chance to go check Dawn out, please go do that. Let's see. Native Wildman says he's carrying a Kubi Wolverine in red, a Civivi Imperium, a Buck Stockman, and a knife I made. And Thanksgiving, I will probably carry my Cold Steel Leatherneck SF. And I have a super cool rock. I had a good friend who used to carry rocks all the time. All kinds of different polished rocks that he carried in his pocket. Grumpy says, I'm a Libra. I like long walks in nature alone and burying things deep, deep in the woods. We can call it a geocache if it makes you feel better. Puts on Barry White and grabs a shovel. You're listening to the smooth tones of Barry White. Come on, baby. There's nothing to fear. Bladesburger says he carried the 395 Ravenlock Swiss Army knife cadet. I have a cadet too. And currently carrying the Civivi Voltac. I'm going to carry the Ohio River Jack on Thanksgiving. A slip joint just seems right. Traditional day, traditional knife. I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. I could see you carrying that on Thanksgiving, right? Especially since you probably won't go anywhere. I have to work that morning, but we're only open half a day, so I'll be home plenty early enough to enjoy Thanksgiving in the Sedge. Thankfully, this is the week that she starts to feel better, so hopefully we'll be able to enjoy some of our Thanksgiving dinner together. There's a link for Campfire Leatherworks. That is Iggy's shop over on Instagram. Her stuff is great. You want to go check it out if you have not already. Freak Show is another one. I got to take a breath. Here we go. Spyderco Knife Joy. Slies Bowie. Is it Slies or Sleazy? Slies Bowie. Blue G10 Pinion. Midnight Jack. Traditional. Cyborg Jack. That's a cool knife. I kind of dig that. I was checking that out on Lefty's live stream this past week for a little when I was on there for a little bit. I like the Cyborg. I think that's a cool looking knife. Forrest, Jason Brown, Hank, very nice. Another person who scored one of those. Olight i5R, Leatherman Charge Plus, Log and Jotter notebook, and as always, multiple tactile turn pens. Very nice carries here. Aberdeen says, did anyone see the red S35 Rat 1 preview today? I did not. Did not. Maybe you can find a link to it and I'll go look at it and check it out. No, that's Keister. You guys are too funny. Dun, dun, dun. What else have we got going on here? I'm just trying to look real quick before I get too much. I'm trying to catch up on comments, but you guys keep jamming them in there on me. So let's see what happens. Satisfaction. Here he is. One of my good friends. I'm looking forward to seeing him right after the holidays. We're gonna have another knife meetup in January, probably be in Phoenix. And there's plenty of folks up there, so hopefully there'll be a bunch of us for that one. But Satisfaction carried the mini Paragon from Kaiser. I have that in the shopping cart. I just can't get myself to pull the trigger on it because budget's a little tight this week. But I really like the mini Paragon a lot. This thing is a tank. Everyone should have one except Gons. His tiny, his tiny hands couldn't handle. All right, man. I can see where this one's gonna go. Oh, let's see. Blaze said, Mimo, 10 pounds is underselling it. That's in terms of how much extra weight we're going to be carrying through Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'll be happy to just keep the extra 10 I have intact and not have it go any higher. Right? None of that. We don't want any of that stuff at all. So hopefully that's the way it is. You guys are killing me with your side comments in here. Let's see who else has thrown up. Oh, Bama Ninja. Bama Ninja says Ferrum Forge Buck, because he just got one of those. Asher Douglas, very nice. Kaiser Roach Mini and a Cold Steel neck knife. That's an interesting carry. I like it. I always like when people carry they got kind of a unique combination of stuff, right? I know sometimes my carry seems to be kind of boring, but Byron Kennedy. is here throwing out a ton of greetings. Howdy, Mrs. Edge. Howdy, Mr. Edge. Gonzo, Michael Morgan, Bama Ninja, and all the other minions that are in the live stream tonight. Also, don't forget to hit the like button for me down there. And that will help with channel analytics. He's also thrown out some greetings to Mike J, Maddie, Lone Wolf, Iggy, Darnell, O-Tip, Native Wildman, Aberdeen Blades, Blazeburger, Bobo Schnoggins, and everybody else who's in here. So thank you very much. I'm going to skip through here a little bit more, see if I can find any more pocket checks. Here's Grumpy's. So we can move on to a different part of the show. Grumpy's pocket check is Viper Lil, Civivi Synergy 2, Tanto, K-Bar, Wrench Knife, Generic, one each. I'm not sure what the one each means. Ace Beam, Poke Light, AA, battery powered Ninja Touchwood Force Tank. Holy crap, man. I feel all tongue tied now after reading. I think I need to go smoke something and come back. Blazeburger says, ENG, the double row bearing slowed my Jaeger down to a controllable drop. I love the action. Okay, interesting. A little too fast for you, huh? They want to chop off a finger. I did that last week actually with the Hogue MagnaCut Deca that I bought, which supposedly my original goat scales. Thank you, Gonzo, for his GONS 10 code at Original Goat. Saved me $7.50. So if you're going to buy something from Original Goat, think about putting Gonzo's code in there, GONS 10, and you will save 10% on Original Goat scales. The only bad part is a lot of their stuff is sold out because it's so popular, but I did manage to score a set of the Armor Black aluminum scales for my Hogue Deca in MagnaCut because it comes with shitty plastic scales that I don't like. I don't want to say shitty, but I don't like them. So I ordered some of those. Let's see. Mike Jurnex carrying a Kaiser Original. Great knife. I have to take the better half to work, but I'll be listening. Thank you, Mike. Thanks for listening in. Mike Reese is in the house too. Another one of the minions has arrived. Hello, Mike. Thanks for dropping in and visiting with us. Native Wildman says, I have a walking stick. Mike says, I hope your back gets better. On it. My back has been pretty good this week. Truth be told, it really has. The problem that I've been having, I need to get this camera just a little bit. Problem that I've been having is I've been starting to have the back pain radiate down into my hip. And that's become a little bit painful, but it comes and goes. So, one more thing to live with. Dawn and the Beast throwing out some greetings, listening while cooking. All right, Dawn, that's okay. I understand. Got to cook up the grub. O-Tip says, I keep bending aluminum canes and breaking wooden ones when I fell on them. So I made mine out of a half-inch galvanized pipe. I could beat a house to death with it, but can't use it anymore. Garen says, one of these would be a great choice, or a McCaffrey Blackthorn. I think that might be in response to another comment. Sorry if I missed that. Bluminati Ninja is in the house. Says, hey, everybody. What's up, my friend? Glad to have you here. He's carrying the CRKT Provoke, a Kaiser Mini Paragon. Gosh, all you guys are buying them Mini Paragons. It's in my shopping cart. I just don't have the money to pull the trigger. Kaiser Baby, a Civivi Chevalier, Gonzo Firebird 727S, very nice. Rosecraft Mohawk, although they spell it Mohok. But that is a cool knife too. It's got the little harpoon flip on the very end of the blade, which I think is kind of cool. Pinion in Black Micarta, Top Dog Forest Hank, and a piece of JN Touchwood. Very, very nice. More greetings going on. So we can move along with the show. Let me show you what I am carrying today. I have a pretty simple carry because today amounted to gassing up the Tundra and then doing all the grocery shopping for myself and Mrs. Edge, getting that home and getting it all put away, taking care of some things around the house, taking a short nap because for some reason all that tired me out. So I didn't have a big carry today. So I carried, as always, some kind of Swiss Army knife. Today was an SD Classic in desert camouflage in honor of the Marine Corps. I guess the camouflage is kind of a theme, huh? I've got the Olight i3T EOS in this bronze, which they call desert, but that's not desert, it's bronze. My small knife I'm carrying today is a knife that I bought a while back, but I've never carried until today. And I really like this knife a lot. It is from Civivi. It is the Civivi Knox. So we can get this thing to come on. You can do it. There we go. Come on. Anyway, this is a cool little knife. It's got a hollow grind on it and nitro V blade. Maybe it's S35. It's S35. Might be S35. So, but anyway, that's my small knife I'm carrying. And then my big knife I'm carrying today is a Dam Design full tie Fenrir in S35 BN. I will say I have a couple of these titanium Dam Designs ones like this, and I love this finish that they do. They do this acid washing and then they stone wash over it, so you get this kind of cool look that they've come up with on a lot of their full tie knives. But I will say that this knife, it might be because of the blade mass, it doesn't have that quite as satisfying an opening to it as my Invictus. It opens just fine, but it just doesn't. My Invictus is like ka-chonk when it opens, and it sounds like really cool. This one is kind of muted, and I don't know if it's just blade harmonics or not. Also, the Invictus has a little different style handle than the Fenrir. But this is a really cool knife. This is my main knife I'm carrying today. So that's what I got. That's what I got. And I wanted to show you something else too. So it's interesting how many knives in the lineup between Civivi and Ferrum Forge are very, very similar. So here's the Knox. Let's pull this off the screen here real quick. Hold on. So we have a little bit more screen space. And okay, so here's the Civivi Knox. Right, both sides of the Civivi Knox. And here is the Ferrum Forge Stinger. Right? Kind of similar knives. Let's take a look at the other side. Right? Kind of similar. Not exactly the same, but similar. Where's the pivot line up here? There. A little bigger. The Stinger's a little bigger knife. It's got a little bit. One thing I like about the Stinger is I do like this front finger choil being a little larger, but they're kind of similar. I've had the Stinger, this titanium Stinger here for a while, and then I got the Knox, and I was looking at them. Man, they're kind of they're pretty similar style knives, right? But it's cool. It's a cool knife. He says, you always put a dead animal about 2 feet away from the real cache. So the body sniffer dog smelled that and the searchers stopped digging early. Just Nate says, hey, listening at work. Thanks, Nate. Thanks for popping in, man. Hit the like button if you have a moment to do so. I'd appreciate that. Bang Bang is in the house too. He says, hey, everybody, a little late. That's okay, brother. Better late than never. CPM is throwing up his pocket check. Today, Shirogurov Sinkovich Bio, the Shirogurov Haitian Zero in green carbon fiber. Very nice. 2 Shiros. Some serious bucks in your pocket today, brother. We got some other stuff being thrown out. Let's see. Bama Ninja says, I have to use a cane part of the time. I've got PVD in the right leg, so it goes out on me at times. Ooh, yeah. I'm starting to be able to relate to these things now. Blazeberger says, Eionan, sorry you have to work on Thanksgiving. The country should just stop that day. Yeah, I mean, I took over my department at the golf course. And when you do that, you go from being just somebody who's scheduled to being the guy who does the schedules. And you realize, well, I got to work that day because I don't have anybody else who will. I do have one other kid coming in to work with me in the morning. Hopefully, we should be out there around 12 or 1 o'clock. And that should be fine. We only have one shotgun start going out at 8 o'clock. It should finish up around 11:30 or 12. Hopefully, it'll take us about an hour to get everything put away, stowed, and get the heck out of there for the rest of the day. It's not too bad. And then I open on Saturday morning or Friday morning. I'm sorry, Friday morning on Black Friday. Open on Black Friday. But I don't care about Black Friday because I've long since given up on going to stores and trying to score stuff. If I can't buy it on the internet, it ain't getting purchased on a Friday by me. Let's put it that way. Ian G EDC is in the house as well. I might have missed you earlier, Ian. Thank you for stopping in and checking out the live stream today. Couple more pocket checks. Garen says, one knife I'm looking to replace is the CRT folding razzle. Loaned mine to somebody and they never returned it. That sucks. That's one thing I say has been really good about the knife community is I've loaned out a couple knives and I've been loaned a bunch of knives and I've never had an issue with returning a knife yet. And I've never had an issue with somebody returning one of mine. So hopefully that stays true. It sucks when somebody takes your knife though. Bluminati's throwing out some greetings. Nate says, I'm carrying the Sativian ST-126. Okay, good knife. Like it. I like Sativians a lot. Okay, so I wanted to move on to a couple of other things real quick. I want to do, since I got a lot of people here in the stream at the moment, I want to do some shout outs real quick. First of all, I want to shout out Mrs. Edge. Okay. I have a box like this big in my spare room closet, full, absolutely full. I can't put anything else in. I'm gonna have to get another box if any more stuff goes in there. Full of stuff for the holiday giveaway. And every one of those 12 presents, I'm calling them presents because they are gifts, presents from me to you, my minions, my supporters, my friends, our community. And all of those have at least one handmade item from Mrs. Edge. So couldn't do this without her. Right. So big shout out to her in more ways than one, obviously. I'd also like to thank Freedom Frog. He's not in the stream tonight. He is a lot of times, but he's been so great. He's just done a lot to help the channel over the last few months. And I didn't realize I got a knife. Actually, I got a knife and a small swag item from him, plus a few other small stickers and things like that. So thank you, Bobo. And then Scabs from Choir Boys Cutlery sent me a knife as well. Both of those knives are going to be given away after I review them, just so you guys know. And Scabs also did a video that I didn't see until recently. I didn't even know it existed. And I just went over to his channel and saw it, and I was very humbled. So thank you very much to both of those guys. And there are other people, obviously, in the community that have been super helpful. I have a whole thing I'm going to do for the holidays, which is also December is the anniversary of my channel. When I started actually creating content, it was in December of last year. So it hasn't quite been a year yet. Pretty amazing from a YouTube content creator standpoint. So I wanted to thank those guys especially. Shout out to Uncle Cow. Obviously, he watches all these after the fact. So shout out to you, Josh. And I hope that you're doing okay and your situation improves soon. Hopefully the new year will bring new things for you as well. That is my hope anyway. So I just wanted to say that. And obviously, thank you to all you minions, everybody who shows up and tunes into the channel every week. Thank you very, very much. So real quick, I want to talk about the holiday celebration. It is going to be Tuesday, December 20th. It will be it will start at the same time, probably. It's gonna go a little long. I don't care if I run into Cole's live stream that week or not, it's okay. But there will be a couple of things going on that night. I'm going to have some homework I'm gonna give you guys between now and then. Small. Some thinking to do. There will be the Word of the Week grand prize giveaway drawing. A couple more people have managed to come up with the correct words and throw their names in the hat, so to speak, for that. And there will be 12 presents from me. Every one of those presents contains something that's sharp. Hint, hint. Some knife companies have donated stuff. People have donated stuff. I've put in a whole bunch of knives that I bought, some that I reviewed, some that I didn't over this past year, that are going to be given away. There's some really cool stuff. You don't want to miss that. The other thing that's going to happen is, assuming there are no other health calamities, and there shouldn't be because that's the week before chemo, Mrs. Edge, with a Santa hat on, will be coming on the live stream to draw the Word of the Week winner. Okay. They're going to be actual slips of paper. That's why I needed them by the end of this month. So if you have not, look right here, if you have not gotten your Word of the Week stuff in, you're running out of time to do that. You've got about 9 more days. If I don't receive your Word of the Week entries by November 30th, you will not be in the contest. So if you got 5 or more words of the week, send them to me. Okay. There's not a ton of people in there right now, so your odds are pretty good. Also, we're going to get to this next. Okay. Minions carry knives. We're going to get to that next. But yeah, send your words of the week in to me by the end of the month, please. Also, if you're interested in doing a 5 and 5 on the show, like Ant and some other people have done recently, hit me up at eionansedge@gmail.com or Instagram at eionans_edge. I would love to have more people come on. I have somebody else in the pipeline right now to come on the show and do a 5 and 5 as well. All right, so let's do the new segment of the show, which is we're going to go over to Instagram and we're going to check out some of the things that you folks have been posting on hashtag Minions Carry Knives. So let's do that right now. Let me get into that real quick and I will share that screen and we will see where we're at here. I'm going to start down near the bottom somewhere as soon as I can find it. I had trouble this week too. I put something up on Minions Carry Knives and it didn't show up. I don't know if it's just because it didn't get enough clicks or what, but we will start here and I will share the screen. So for those of you who were on the last live stream, you know that what we started doing was we had on Instagram, we have the hashtag Minions Carry Knives, all one word. And I asked you to start posting up stuff that you put up on Instagram with that hashtag so that we as a group can go over and take a look at the stuff that we have posted. And I will look through the stuff and we'll ooh and ah over it and give some likes and we'll give some recognition to the people who posted it. So that's what we're going to do. Let me do a share screen and we'll get that up right now. Okay, so here we are. So Minions Carry Knives. There we go. This was from last week. This one was Artificial Safari. Very nice. I like this one a lot. Let's see what else we got in here. I dig this. Look at this one, huh? Honey Bear 85 threw this one up. We might have taken a look at this last week. I don't remember. I love the pumpkins. We got this nice red, black, brown micarta. We got a cool lanyard on the knife. That is very, very cool. If you folks haven't gone over and checked this out or posted any photos here, you need to do that. All right. So I can show off what you guys have been putting up there. I love this one. I showed this off last week from Bobo. Perfectly shot, right? T-Rex with a pinion in his hand. Somebody else showing off their pinion during the Michael Reese showing off a pinion during the game, during a hockey and a football game. I like that. That's very cool. We got some campfire leatherwork stuff. We got this one here. I like this. We got a Civivi with some unlocked composite scales. That's an Elementum button lock. Craig Hamilton threw that up there. Craig has contributed quite a good amount of pictures to this. Here is Gonzo's Campfire Leatherworks Hank, along with the 0357 Blackwash ZT, which I traded him for a couple of other knives. We traded a couple knives back and forth to each other. Very, very cool. Craig Hamilton again here with the Kaiser Wanderer. Minions carry knives. Hashtag minions carry knives. Let's go back here and let's take a quick look and see what's going on with comments, because it looks like I've missed a few of those. Bangman says, I carried my sweet 395. Very nice. 395 is my knife of the year. Let's see. Darnell, QSP, Jig Titanium Penguin, Forest Mustache Hank, Olight Mini, Baby B, Sencut Sac C, and a Zippo lighter, and a P38. I don't know if everybody knows what a P38 is for there, Darnell, but it's very cool that you're carrying one. Gamma Ninja says it's 420 somewhere. Correct. That's the way I look at it too. Matisfaction says, other than intended purposes, don't let the depression sink in, brother. You may have tons of fun with the family and sounds like out of the house. Yes, it's hard, man. It's hard to not let it get to you sometimes. Last Rangers here. He says, hey, Double E and everyone. Thanks for stopping in, Gary. I appreciate you being here. Let's see here. Brashear Bear's in here too. He says, good evening, Eionan. Continued wishes to Mrs. E. Hello, chat. Carrying a Spyderco Andela 20 CV, Nightcore MT1A, and an LM Wave Plus. Thank you, sir, for throwing up your pocket dump or pocket check. Could be sciatic, could be piriformis. Yes, I've looked into that. It's probably not kidney stones. I don't think it's that, although I've had kidney stones before, so I know what that feels like. I was actually hospitalized once about 15, 18 years ago for kidney stones temporarily. I think it's probably sciatic. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It could be piriformis as well. You're right. I have trouble with that muscle as well. Let's see. Where are we at here, man? I'm way behind. Shout out to Brother Bill. Yes, shout out to Brother Bill. I totally agree. Eionan's Edge. I know what you mean. I have a free light from a light sale in my cart, but don't have the Duke this to pull that trigger. Yeah, exactly. That's the way it goes sometimes, right? I was just saying on one of the other chats too, how it's kind of aggravating sometimes how many knives are dropping right here before Christmas. I'm not talking about the Kaisers and the Civivis and things like that, but how many knife drops are happening right before the holidays? It's like I got to buy Christmas presents for my wife, my kids, my grandkids, my family, my friends, my close friends, whatever it is. Like knives are there. I love them, but this is like the worst time of the year for knives that I really want to come out. So I hope some of these other manufacturers hold off until after the holidays for that. He says, I've been to Matisfaction, my right cheek is always a pain in the ass. Yeah, exactly. Right cheek and around my hip. Let's see what else we got going on here. Shout out to Uncle Kyle. Yeah, we're talking about things that we have in there. We try to catch up down here. Holy crap, I'm gonna have to skip some comments, guys. Bama says, all I want for Christmas is a gripper and world peace. I'm not asking for too much, huh? Seeing as how they're not gonna supposedly, Jason says once he makes a knife and it gets made, it's never coming back. But you know how that is. If something's really popular, confirmed Eionan's giving us pre-sucked candy into. Oh, yes, pre-sucked candy. Neil says, I'm dyslexic. I don't do homework. I'll get to the homework part in a few minutes. It's not really homework. It's just something for you guys to think about before December 20th when I do the holiday celebration. Let's jump back into Minions Carry Knives, though. Let's see what we got going on over here. Now that I've caught up a little bit on some comments, holy cow, you guys are banging them out on me. Let's see what else is here. We got somebody's beautiful kitty cat, Bobo's. That looks pretty cool. I like it. I've already hearted that one. Ooh, is this an Isham? I think this is artificial safari, right? Isn't this an Eliza Isham knife? Maybe it's not. Purvis Progeny version 3. Okay, not what I thought it was. I like it anyway. I dig that. That's a beautiful looking knife. Balanced there in somebody's creamy coffee cup. We got a Devo Stout here, also by Craig Hamilton. Craig's been throwing up a lot of stuff lately. We've got a lot of cool pictures here. We got another one here from Craig, Kaiser October. This is, I like this. KnifeRights.org. Paper Tiger threw this up on November 5th. I dig that. That's a cool looking pen, too. You got a little QSP there. Kind of almost looks like a pangolin, but I don't think that's what it is. Zippo lighter. Got his little pry bar, bottle opener, a whole bunch of stuff in there, huh? I like that. That's a cool looking one. Dig the little subdued American flag. That's neat. Here's another one. This one's cool. Oh, Laura threw this one up. Okay. Wolf Wednesday with the Civivi Bull Mastiff and the Mini Bull Mastiff, and all three versions of the Kaiser Sheepdog. I like that little mini sheepdog with the blade cutout. I have a mini sheepdog, but it is a flipper. Very cool. I like that. Yes, Mike Jernak. I saw this one last week. A minion carrying a knife. There you go. Looks like Stuart. I think this is really cool too. Null Knife's Raiden. Very modern looking knife, but very, very cool. I like this little area here where they jimped and then did like a almost like a faux harpoon tip on the end of this with this swage on the end here. That is very interesting. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, looky. Mid-Missouri EDC. I didn't like this one yet. Look at that. Got to give this one a like. We got a whole bunch of stuff here. We got keys. We got some pocket jank. We got the Olight. We got the, looks like maybe a Lynch Northwest pocket pry bar tool with a clip. I've only carried a couple of these pry bar tools, but they have to have some kind of pocket clip for me to carry one. I will not carry one of those floating around in my pocket. That's just so you guys know, not going to happen. Let's see. Let me see if I can catch up on some more comments. Question: what is a good knife for my veteran son who works outdoors on rivers and such? I wanted to get him a Civian SD-139, but it doesn't switch to left-handed. Inexpensive, please. Have to do a little research on that. But there are plenty of knives out there that come in good quality steel, so rusting shouldn't be a problem, that you can switch the pocket knives back and forth on. Let me give that some thought, but we'll see what else somebody else throws up for you too, Dawn. Mrs. Edgeclaws, that is true. That will happen. All right. Assuming that nothing's going on outside of what we normally have to deal with her health, Mrs. Edge will make her official appearance on my holiday celebration on December 20th, Tuesday live stream. She is going to be drawing at least drawing the word of the week giveaway for all of you minions who followed and collected words of the week this year. Brashear Bear says, don't Ruby, look for something with an access type lock. Those are friendly to righty or lefties. That is true. Access lock is a good idea. Access lock, able lock, they call it different things. You basically want the locking system that has the bar that you can pull back from either side and release the blade. Basically the Benchmade access lock, but it's called different things by different companies since the patent has expired, Don. There's several Gonzos that have access locks, so you might want to look at that line, but Sativian, I think, makes some access locks as well. Oh, I didn't realize you were Artificial Safari, Blazeburger. Huh. Didn't know that was you. See? I've been loving that stuff. Didn't know that was you. Yeah. Also, where was it? Bama Ninja threw up right here. He said, "Rat one, Rat two from Ontario knives are great and around 30 to 40 bucks." That's a good suggestion as well. I like the Rat two is a little smaller. Obviously, it's a medium sized knife. The Rat one is a larger knife, but I gave away a Rat one earlier in the year in one of my spring or summer giveaways, and I was very impressed with that knife. I really enjoy that. Let's see what else we got here. I think I'm way behind on comments because Iggy says, I just got a message from Backpack B. My QSB Pelican is now flipperless and has a new slot deployment. I'm pretty excited. Ooh, that sounds fun. I like the Pelican, actually. That's a cool knife. I think that knife doesn't get enough love. Josh Branson just jumped in too. He says, "Hey everyone, I get to catch Eionan's live for a change." Yes, you do, sir. We're going through Minions Carry Knives. The my our channel hashtag over on Instagram. So we're going to look at some more knives here in just a second. I just wanted to kind of catch up with. Yeah, Papa Rhino's been sick too. Yep, under the weather a little bit. Not with anything life threatening, but just sick. So all right, let's go. Let's go back over here and take a peek at Minions Carry Knives. Let's see what we got. Let's check out some more of these. Oh, look at this one, huh? Beard of Doom. Throwing out some fidget tools. In the middle is the Eionan's Edge 2.0 fidget ball in black, gold, silver, and it's got a yellow glass bead in the middle of it. That is one that he won in the Jason Brown auction, charity auction. So that's very cool. We got Bobo Schnoggins throwing out a Civivi, the absolute last of tomatoes grabbed before the weather went shitsville. I like it. He's got a nice little Civivi clip point there. And that would be a pretty cool knife to carry around in the fall. Yeah, I like it. Very nice. My wife and I, we are big on arrow gardens. We have, I think we have 6 of them now, 5 or 6 of them, and we're looking at buying one more. Might be 5, and I think we're going to buy one more. We grow lettuce. She's growing small tomatoes, basil. The lettuce is amazing because you just grab fresh lettuce. We have one right in the kitchen over there at the end of the counter. It always has lettuce in it. So it makes me grab lettuce without having to think as much about it. Let's see what else we got here. Honey Bear on this one got that nice TRM. Looks, that might be a Neutron too. I'm thinking it's a Neutron based on the size of the knife next to the Hank. With the carbon fiber scales, very nice. I have a Neutron 2 and an Atom with green micarta scales, but I want to get some different scales for the Atom. But again, very nice post. I like it, Honey Bear. Appreciate that. What do we got here? Oh, I didn't see this one. Look at that. So the knife blows me every time I use it. That's really cool. I like that knife. I like the way they swaged this Warncliffe blade up on the top too, in the front there. That definitely gets a heart, and I'm going to give it a little hotness because I think it's hot. Of course, it could be the coffee that's hot too, but we'll give that a little hotness. A little hotness for you. All right, so what else have we got going on here? We've got, look at this thing here. What are we at? Grumpy Grunt. This is the K-bar he was talking about. These are cool. That's pretty cool. It's made almost like a wrench. Yeah, I dig it. Got a little Gerber pry bar. Got his flashlight. Got that Civivi. What do they call that? A synergy or something like that, right? I think it's a synergy. That's a good looking setup right there. I like it. Kudos to you, Grumpy One. Who else? Ooh, this one I really dug. I really dug this one a lot. See, I gave it some little hearts. And the not only did these knives look great, all the different color variations in both of these handles, but I love how he put them down on all this really gnarly, barky wood that has the oranges and the reds and black and grays and some little purpley overtones and highlights, like all of that kind of fits in with the knife scales. So very nice job. Very awesome knives, but then the photo is really, really good as well. So this is what I like doing. I love looking at these and then sharing these with you guys so we can kind of take a look and see what's in here. Here's G-Ball throwing out the heat here. He's got a rock wall, he's got a Megaron, he's got a TRM, he's got an Ohio River Jack, and he's got the much maligned F5.5, but still awesome. And then obviously a Rainier Arms, a picture of, because I don't think that's setting on an actual firearm. I think that's setting on some kind of table mat or gun cleaning mat, but he's got a Rainier Arms carbine, it looks like, in the background. So dig that. Very cool. What do we got here? We got Craig throwing out another knife on a stump. I call these the knife on a stump. Isn't that is that the Jaeger? All right, isn't that a Jaeger? I think that's a Jaeger. Let's see, we're almost to the top here. We've got a couple more knives to go. Josh Branson, Eionan, hope the missus is as good as possible given the nature of things. Continue to remember both of you in my thoughts and prayers. Thank you, my friend, very, very much. She is doing very well after the initial 4 or 5 days of trouble that she typically has from this type of chemo, but she's doing really good. Nobody's got any comments on these knives, huh? Nobody. I thought we had more. Last week, you guys were throwing out all kinds of comments about these knives. Will says, I've been lurking in the background, had a lot of stuff to do after getting home from work. That's all right, brother. It's okay. Family comes first, right? Family comes first. Honey Bear. Honey Bear, I was just showing off some of your knives here. I'm doing the Minions Carry Knives section over on Instagram. We're looking into, oh, my grandson is okay. Phew, okay, good. Good. That's good. Garen Gatorlope, the K-Bar BK40 is a good choice too. Yep, glad to hear, David Iverson, that everything's okay. Iggy, so pics of your son is robotics tournament. You're doing far more than just being there. You're kicking being there. An awesome dad in the ass. You also happen to be awesome. That's true. We have a lot of really awesome community members. Oh, I was following on Instagram and putting likes. Yes. Okay, cool, Don. Yes, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that people will kind of look at these and go, hey, there's some stuff over here I didn't like. So let's see what else we got left. We got, where was I? Here. We got one of my all-time favorite knives, Christensen Knife Works Maverick. That will become part of my collection at some point, and an Ohio River Jack there. Two very cool knives. This is 100% a quality dump. I would agree with Tri-State on that. The Maverick is so good. I would like to save up and maybe buy a titanium one someday instead of a micarta one, but nevertheless, amazing. Another one from Craig, the Tempest Knives Pinion in black. It looks like he's got a little bit of a heat job there on that titanium clip. We got the Grumpy one. Raise your hand if you celebrate Titanium Tuesday. Well, that's why I have all titanium knives, Grumpy. Today, Titanium Tuesday. I love it, though. Good looking pick. I love the color, all the flowers. The handkerchief choice is a good one. Nice contrasts. It looks really cool. This is what I wanted. This is exactly what I wanted you guys to do. Go out there, take some great pictures of your knives, take some good photographs, knife content related, throw it up on Minions Carry Knives, and every week I will share it with you guys in the community. And you can obviously go look at it anytime. Artificial Safari, Blaze Burger, he just threw this up here too, the pinion, and he's got a nice little winter skull cap there. I dig that as well. Looks good. And our own Dawn B. Grandma finally replaced her missing Kershaws. Thank you, Eionan's Edge and friends, for the information recommendation. I love my Sativian. Hashtag Minions Carry Knives. Perfect. So that's really cool. That's a good overview of stuff that's been talked about or posted over the last week or two. And you guys get to see what we put up there. Let's see what else is going on here. Dawn says, I do love this little harpoon one, and I'm trying to find that photo again. Native says, the rock I have is the shape of Superman's emblem. I found it on the river and it has an inverted crystal matrix. Very cool. See, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Right? Those are the kind of cool things that you can carry around in your pocket that don't have to be purchased. Does the titanium in my neck and back count for tattoos? Yes, it does. You're carrying it, brother. It counts. Iggy says G-ball is my spirit animal. When I grow up, I want G-ball snack collection. Exactly. Right? He's always bringing the heat with everything he puts up there. Iggy said, minions carry knives. That's right. So again, guys, just as you're over there on Instagram, putting up pictures of your knives, taking pictures of yourself and your knives outdoors or in your kitchen or whatever you choose to be. Maybe you're like Scott and you want to use your knives to cut up your food because obviously the guy loves to cook and take knife pictures. Just hashtag them minions carry knives. They'll end up over here. And we'll go in every week and we'll see what's new. Just kind of did a quick overview and caught up on some ones that we didn't do last week. But I would like to have a few new ones up there every week so that we can go over and take a look, right? Give some likes to your fellow minions and knife community members over there as well. So, all right. So what else have I got going on here? We did the minions carry knives. Important news. Important news. Serious. Getting serious in here, right? Getting serious. Next Tuesday, November 29th, I will have a special guest on. I will have the creator of the Riggy jersey, Nick Riggy, here on my live stream for a special chat about himself, his knife making, and his soon to be released Riggy jersey. Some of you may have already caught Nick on my good friend and brother Marine Grumpy Grunts Knife's live broadcast that was done for kniferights.org, and that's fine. But I am going to have him on too, and we are going to talk about his knives, his knife making, and his new knife, the jersey that's coming out, which you definitely want to save your pennies for. It's coming out after the holidays. So there's time for you to save some money up after Christmas, hopefully, and get in on a pre-order of a Riggy jersey. But we will have him on here next week. He's going to come on, spend some time. We're going to talk knives. We're going to talk about his knife. And hopefully you guys will get to know Nick a little bit more and you'll have a good time. So don't miss that. That's going to be next week. And Nick was a custom knife maker before he decided to try to get into OEM and production knives. So I'm sure we can talk about more than just the jersey, but obviously that is his main push right now. Josh Branson said, Bang Bang says, oh, very cool. I think it will be very cool. Nick is a great guy. I've talked to him several times on the phone, a bunch of times through emails and texts. I bought his prototype from him. That shows you how much I think of that knife, right? I bought the prototype from him. So it's going to be a good time. We're going to have a fun time. Iggy said that's going to be awesome too. Yes, we'll have a fun time with that. Nick's probably going to, I would think he's probably going to come on somewhere in the middle of the broadcast, maybe 30, 40 minutes in, kind of like I do with the 5-on-5 guest, but he'll stay as long as he wants. And most of it might be me and you guys talking to Nick, and that'll be fine. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. And then Josh Branson says, Iggy, thank you. Just thank you for always being so encouraging and supportive. I promise, though, my friend, I'm just here as much as it may look like otherwise. I'm just here. I only wish I had your outlook. It is tough, man. But when people say this community is here for you or for me or whatever, it's true. We are. Like, we do care. It's amazing how many people hit me up every week through Instagram, through my Eionan's Edge of Gmail account, leaving comments on my videos all the time. this community really does care. People take the time to post something, even if it's just something small. It matters, Josh. It really does. It matters to me, and it matters to a lot of other people. And yes, Iggy is fantastic. She is a true member of this community, and honestly, we're all the better for having her around here for sure. Let's see what else we got going on here. Dawn Ray says, minions carry knife. That's all you have to put in your comment, and it'll go to the list. My cell service is super slow. Might be on my end. Correct. So if you post to Instagram, if you have an Instagram account and you post to Instagram, and you just, like, say you just put a little description and you say, I'm carrot, it's my picture of the Sativian, whatever, or you just say, cool out in the yard shot of my knife. And then you put the hashtag minions carry knives. After that, it will automatically populate to the minions carry knives page. Now, a few have not got there. Like, I posted a new one this week and it didn't go in there, or it's not showing up there yet. But part of that, I think, is because it shows the most popular ones, and I'm not sure how to get it to show all of them. But it will go over there, and it can be shared to that page by hashtagging it with minions carry knives talk. And as long as you put that hashtag minions carry knives, it should end up over there on that page. And you can subscribe or follow, I should say. You can follow that page so that you can see what's going on over there all the time. Let's see, Bobo, yes. Let's see. I'm looking at some of your comments here, trying to catch up. Neil says, I will post pics when my ass backward brain figures out Instagram. Okay, brother, I might be able to help you with that when I see you very soon. So I'm almost done paying Neil for the camera that you're watching this live stream on. And he's been awesome. When I visited him this past week and he was sick, I went down there to give him some money for the camera and some other stuff. And he literally sent me home with a whole bunch of presents, Blu-rays, a vinyl record that he bought two of the same one of. Some other stuff, including things for the holiday celebration, a present that'll be going to you guys at the holiday celebration. So yes, shout out to my friend Neil for being an awesome dude. Don't worry, you just toggle between recent and popular. There you go. Okay, so that's what it is. Yep. Just toggle between recent and popular on that page, and you should be able to see all the stuff that's there. Or top and recent. Sorry. Yes. Okay. There you go. Yes. Got it. See, Dawn knows more about Instagram than I do. She needs to help you out. You need to have Dawn helping you figure out Instagram, not me. Let's see. Otip says, I posted my PR4. I just finished dropping it while listening. Nice, nice, nice. Top and recent. There you go. Yes, you just toggle between the two, and that should work for you. Okay, so we talked about Nick Riggy. We talked about the holiday celebration. You don't want to miss that on the 20th. But here's your homework, guys. I want to give you guys some homework. Homework. Okay, it's not real homework. It's just thinking. So I have a couple of knife reviews that are going to be dropping starting this Friday. This Friday's knife review will be the Nimble X. Okay, I've had that for a while. I finally got to carry it. I'm going to review it at last. This Friday will be the Nimble X. But I also have dropping the QSP Pangolin, which is part of the Apex group. It's one of the Apex group's knives. We're actually given those knives if we reviewed it. And I'm finally getting off my ass and getting that review done and up. That might be a bonus review that comes out on Saturday or Sunday, but that will be out this week as well. And then I also, from Scab, I have the Rosecraft Blades Alenta, or Alenta, I think it's called. And that's a super cool knife too. That knife will be part of a future Goa, a future present to you guys. It may or may not be in the holiday version, but it will be given away soon. And then I also have a Pocket Monster, which came from Bobo. So shout out to Bobo and Scabs for those two. That is coming up soon as well. And I have a bunch of other knives. There is another TRM model that I will be reviewing before Christmas. and a couple of other really cool knives I have in the pipeline to show you guys before the holidays. I don't know if I'm supposed to reveal this information, so I won't, but I won't give you the specifics, but I will tell you that the growler is edging closer to being available, and it's going to be through White Mountain Knives. So some of you may have seen some of Lefty's posts, but that you might want to hold a few dollars aside before the holidays, hint, hint, just in case, okay? Be very humbled. Hey, you deserve all the praise you're getting, Iggy. No worries on that. I cannot use Instagram on the laptop, only on my phone. That's weird because I use it on my computer all the time through my browser. But I have heard people say that they can only make it work on their phone. I know certain things as far as messaging and stuff like that only work through my phone. Other like I'll try to view them on my computer and they don't show up. Anyway, those are the knife reviews that are coming up. But my homework for you guys is this: one of my reviews that's going to drop before the live stream on the 20th is my top 10 for the year. My top 10 knives that I have in my collection, that I've handled, that I've purchased, that I've been loaned, etc. My top 10 knives for the year. And I would like, when we do the live stream on the 20th, I would like you guys to think about your top 5 knives. I'm going to give you guys 5. So you got to pick 5 knives that have been your favorites this year. They don't even have to be new purchases. I just want to know what your 5 favorite knives for the year. I don't want to know today. Don't put it up today. Don't stick it in the chat today. Save it for the holiday celebration. And we're going to have that be part of the holiday celebration. We're going to talk about my top 10 knives video, and then you folks' 5 favorite knives for this year. Sound good? Okay, that's your homework assignment, right? When you show up for that live stream on 12/20, you're going to tell me and everybody else here what your 5 favorite knives for the year were. They don't even have to be new knives. They could just be your 5 favorites. But don't put it in today's chat. Don't ruin it, okay? You guys are so funny. It's like when we have a contest and I'm like, don't guess numbers until we put up a start. 12 prizes for the holiday celebration. You're going to like it. Okay, Bang Bang says, hey, y'all, I would love to get my hands on the growler, but I did just throw down a bunch of money on the Dawn. Growler's going to be $85 through White Mountain Knives. Plus, there are plenty of people's codes you can use to save 10%. So you're going to get it for probably about 80, maybe around $80, a little under $80, plus the tax and stuff. So it's affordable. I'm just letting you guys know. I'm just letting you know. Somebody just threw up Satu Dave's channel. Here's the thing. Dave has been a good friend this year. Dave has loaned me a shitload of cool knives. Just a ton of cool knives this year. Matter of fact, I'm hoping that maybe I can squeeze in the time this coming Sunday. I might actually show up on Dave's Sunday video because we're tentatively supposed to get together, and hopefully I will be there when Dave shoots his video on Sunday. So if you see Dave's thing come up next Sunday, you might catch Eionan on there as well. I have a couple knives to get back to him, and then we have to, obviously, we're going to talk and we're going to probably shoot a video and hang out for a while. But I really miss Dave. He's a good guy. And he's done a lot for people in the community. I mean, he's certainly made me a fan of what I call the sub bruiser category. His bruiser knives are a little too big for me to carry around, but some of the sub bruisers, like the Old Dominion Chupacabra and the Medford Infraction and the Medford Slim, I think it is, Praetorian Slim. He loaned me one of those. Those are all super cool knives. I would carry all those if I had the money for them all. I have the Infraction in my collection right now, but Dave, again, can't say enough about Dave. So if you like knives and you want to kind of experience some bigger knives, plus Dave is a machinist. He works on knives. He does little customizations and some major customizations to some of the knives that he has in his collection. So go check out his channel. That's what Iggy threw the link up for, I believe. Blumenite says my pics still aren't showing up. I don't know what to tell you, brother. I had a couple that didn't show up this week either. I put 2 up and they're nowhere to be found. I'm not sure why that's happening, man. Maybe send in a ticket to Instagram, but the other thing you could do is just have somebody share them for you. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should share a few of yours and see what happens. I can't even do a YouTube short. Can't figure it out on a phone. It's easy. There's a little button at the bottom of the page. So, assuming your YouTube app is up to date. If you're doing it on a phone, that's the easiest place to do a short. Make sure that you go to, like, if you're on an Android phone, make sure you go to the Play Store and update YouTube to the latest version. And then at the bottom of the screen, there should be a little button. Hold on. I'll show you on mine. There should be a little button there that lets you create a short right here. So okay, I don't know. Is this white? Yeah, oh, it's all wiped out. You can't really see it very well. Can you? There it is right there. There's a button right there for putting up shorts. You just hit that little button right there. It says short on it. And it'll let you create a short. You can create a 15-second short or a 60-second short, and it'll walk you through all the steps and let you put them up there. If your app's not up to date, you might be missing that, possibly. Just taking a stab in the dark. Don Ray says, my homework is prepared already. The blessing of having had only 2. That's okay. You know, maybe you got 3 other knives that you're thinking about getting this year that might end up in that category soon, right? Never know. That's actually a tough assignment. It is tough. I'm giving you guys 5 for the sake of time, and I'm going to show you what my 10 favorite knives were in a video. So that'll be fun. It'll give us something to talk about on that particular live stream. Besides all the prizes, that's going to take a while for me to draw 12 prize packs. So be there though. I just picked up an Arcform Slim Foot in Mars Valley Red Fat Carbon. I like Arcforms. Hey, Tom Quirins here. He says, "Hey, Eionan bro, what's up, man? How you doing?" Tom is another Marine. He's there he is, Semper Fi and hoorah, brother. Semper Fi, man. Glad to have you here. Good to see you tonight. Otip said, did anyone else get their Secret Santa from Forrest? I know there was some kind of Secret Santa thing going around. You had to jump in on that. Iggy says, you're just starting down this rabbit hole. Hold on, Don Ray. The ride is going to get pretty wild. That is true. Even if you're just doing budget knives, the thing I always tell people is it's great if you only can afford one knife. I understand that. I get it. But a lot of times people want a 5th pocket knife, right? Maybe you're using your main knife for doing one cutting task, but you've got some other small task that you need to on the side. That's where it's great to have a small 5th pocket knife so you can rip that out and do something else small while you're working with something else. So everybody always ends up with multiple knives. And even if you're in the budget or affordable range, I guarantee the journey down the rabbit hole will be an interesting one. So Iggy is 100% correct on that. I have not seen Tree Stab and Troy in here today. He usually is in here, but a lot of times lately, he's been trying to get hikes in before the weather gets too bad. So he's been hiking a lot on Tuesdays, so he might not be in here tonight. Dang Ross is here, though. He says, couldn't decide between the Strix and the new Winter Blade, so I got neither. For me, the Strix, but it's just the money's not there. I mean, that knife is ridiculous sounding. Not only is it a cool looking knife and it looks like it's well built, but the sound that thing makes. Oh my God. When Tri-State showed that sucker over on his feed about a month ago in that one video, I was like, huh, boing. Garen Gatorlope says, any plans to start a collection of Rocksteads? No, at least not for me. I can't YouTube on my phone. I suck at tech. It's so funny. Hey, Tom, if he's not answering, he's not answering, man. I mean, sometimes people just go on a little hiatus. So if you messaged him, and stuff, and he's not answering, then he's just not answering. King of Shorts, Mimo. Yes, you certainly do want to get a hold of him. He does rewatch a lot of my live streams, so he'll probably see this in the chat, Tom. But yeah, somebody here can pass that on. Tell him that you're looking for him. That's fine. Uh, I can't even afford my 5 real favorites, so I'll just do them 5 favorites. That's fine, right? It can be 5 favorites you own, your 5 favorites for whatever. I'm just curious to see what you guys come up with. I'm gonna give my top 10 knives that I acquired this year, or that I had a chance to at least handle and hold on to and use for a while, and then even if I had to give them back. So that's going to be my video for right before Christmas. Also, after that, I will be going dark until New Year's Eve. My Saturday live should be on New Year's Eve that year. I hope that I can do that one, because that is the Saturday right after Mrs. Edge's last chemo. Yay for last chemo on the 28th, but it may affect whether I do a New Year's Eve Saturday social. But I will be going black from that the live on the 20th over to at least until New Year's Eve. I will have knife reviews dropping because I will already have them shot and in the can, so there will still be knife reviews coming out for that week. But I will not be doing a live stream that Tuesday. My kids and my grandkids will all be here at the house, so after the 20th, there will be no live stream until at least New Year's Eve. Okay, so just remember that, guys. I'm dang. Ross says I'm more of a 6 pocket guy. Yeah, there's people in here who carry 6 knives, so absolutely. My wife is a quilter, a crocheter, a wire wrap jewelry maker. She fires things in a kiln slash furnace out of metal. She does a lot of stuff. So there's a lot of crafty people around here. Very, very crafty people. Anyway, listen, I want to get to story time. So let me just see if there's anything else here I'm missing. I told you guys about Nick being here next week. So next week is the week to show up. We're going to have a real live knife maker, a guy who makes customs and designed a great production knife that is coming out soon. So don't miss next week for sure. And I told you what I'm going to be putting up for reviews for this week and into next week. So that should be helpful. Mrs. Edge is doing very well at the moment. Thank you. And thanks to you. And there's a whole bunch of really cool knives that are coming out between now and the first quarter of 2023. So keep your eyes and ears peeled. Urban Woodsman, what's going on, my friend? Glad to have you in here too. You came in just in time for story time, I think. Uh, that is not my puppet. That is a fake bamboo with a security camera in it. But there may or may not be one of those other ones somewhere around. Gonzo says, I'm back. I had to cook supper. Okay, we're getting ready to do that as soon as the live's over. Who else is in here greeting me? Me with Knives is here. You didn't miss story time, so that's good. You made it here in time for story time. I like that. You can tell it's starting to get darker here too. Hey, what else we got going on here? I'm just trying to check comments. Shake and bake pork chops. Nice. Dawn Ray throwing out some thank yous. Yeah, go check out Dawn's page. You know, she's got a pretty interesting little page. Got a few videos up over there, including her little knife review, which was fun. I enjoyed the whole thing. Android Goat is here. He says, "Haha, I made it for story time." Okay, so I do have story time. Okay. So, seeing as how we're getting to that time, 5:30, right? We're a little later this time of year because of the time change. And Arizona, where I live, does not change, so it's later even for me. 5:30 here for me. But Blazeberger says, I'm just here for the stories. Well, you're going to get at least one right now. Okay, so guys, it is story time. Story time with Uncle Eionan. Grab your blankets, grab your popcorn, grab your sippy cups, grab the other minion next to you. Not too hard, though. Okay? Don't get too fresh. And get together here in the lair for story time. Speaking of the lair, too, before I start story time, if things go correctly, hopefully by, I'm going to say the end of January, the Minions lair is going to look different, modern, improved. You guys are going to like it. Anyway, back to story time. So I thought it would be really fun if I told, woohoo, John Ray says it's 7:30 bedtime story. Yeah, okay. I will tell you, gather round, children. It is story time, Lucky Eionans. I will tell you that this story is a bit graphic. Not gross, but this is not a funny story. Just so you guys know. So Gonzo says, I'll let you get fresh if anyone wants to sit near. That is true. That is true. But as Mimo said, it is story time. So tonight I'm going to do a story from the casino. Some of you may know that, among other things, I've had a pretty interesting life. I've been a U.S. Marine. I've been a scuba diving instructor. I've been a marksmanship instructor. I have raced motorcycles. Here's my motorcycle, and there's my AMA license from that year. Okay, that's me right there. I won this race, by the way. I've done a lot of different stuff. I've had a lot of different backgrounds. I was a mechanic. I worked on a race team in the Bush North and Bush South series. Done a lot of different things. One of the things I did was I was a casino security supervisor and then later a manager. And I worked at Mohegan Sun Casino, and I worked there from the time that it opened, really before it opened, when it was just a construction site. So I was a site security person, and then later a casino supervisor and a assistant shift manager. So I got to see a lot of crazy stuff that happened at casinos. And you guys know I've told some of my casino stories, like the light pole story. Told that. And I'm going to tell you another story. I don't think I've ever told this story. Maybe I have, but I don't remember telling this. I actually keep a list of stories that I've told, and I usually cross them off when I'm done. So this story I call Looney Tunes at the hotel. So Mohegan Sun is still there. It's a big place. It's damn sorry to hear that no matter how hard you scrub, that won't come off. Means just being a pain in the butt. But yes, it won't come off. The light pole is classic. The light pole story was a classic story. I don't remember which live stream that was in, but I always do just so you guys know, if you ever want to check out stories, the last 5 or 10 minutes of my live stream, 10, 15 minutes, is usually story time. Now, I had two recently where I told my dad's life story in 2 parts. You can go back and look them up. That is an entire live stream where I just basically tell you the early half and then the later half of my father's life story. My father was a crazy dude, Depression era child. You might want to go back and view those if you like stories. Just saying, if you missed those, they're worth checking out. Okay, I even got pretty emotional during a couple of points because I'm telling the life story, the legacy of my dad. But this one here is about the casino. So anyway, let me get on to that, and I will go on with that. So we had there are 2 hotels down there, but I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to share a picture so you can kind of get the idea of what's going on here, because it will help set the mood. So we're going to go do a share, and I'm going to share this tab just so you can kind of see what's going on here. Okay, here we go. So this right here is the Mohegan Sun Casino's main hotel. It's multi-winged. It's made to look like a crystal shard, which grow naturally in that region of New England. Quartz shard. I think it's a quartz shard. It's been a long time. I want to say it has 34 floors. And the top 2 floors are like high roller floors. You can only be up there with special access. That's where all the celebrities stay. There's another now hotel built right to the right of this that's just shorter one. They call it the Earth Hotel. But this was the original hotel. And the other side of this hotel faces and looks over the casino. It overlooks the casino and up, technically down the river to the south toward the Atlantic Ocean. So it's a pretty cool place. If you've never stayed there, I highly recommend this casino. This is a great tribe. They have a really good casino, and they're one of the better tribes in terms of being involved with the communities, helping build infrastructure, giving back to surrounding areas, things like that. They were not a tribe that fought a lot with the people around them. They worked hand in hand with the folks that lived in all the surrounding communities. Anyway, to the story. The reason I'm showing you the hotel is because this story is about the hotel. So here's what happens. People come there for lots of reasons. We have people who come there because they want to come down on a bus for the day, play some slot machines, go eat in one of the restaurants or buffets, and then go home and have a good time. But we also have a lot of people who come there because they like to gamble, because gambling is their life. And the issue with that is that sometimes places like this end up destroying people's lives. People's lives end up destroyed because handle they can't keep gambling in a place that's good. It becomes an addiction, right? So this is a cautionary tale of gambling addiction. So this guy came to the casino. He was a regular player. He was well known. He was well liked. He was a pretty happy guy for the most part. I'm not going to divulge any names in this story. He was there a lot. All of the player reps and stuff knew him. He spent a lot of money there. He often ate in the restaurants, attended the shows, and stayed in the hotel. I'm working one night and we get a call about a problem in the hotel. And at the same time, we get a call about a problem in the hotel. We also, our maintenance people get a call about a problem with something in the new casino, which is the new part of the casino is what the hotel overlooks. We go to the hotel with the state police who are on site all the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're told by hotel management that there's a problem in one of the rooms. Our cards, we can access all the rooms. We go into this room, and what we find is there's no one in the room, but the window in the room is completely blown out. And it looks like something from a Bugs Bunny cartoon. You know how like when they like blow something up or something would get destroyed, it would have that giant, like crazy looking, jagged hole look to it. That's what this window looks like. There were pictures of it. You could, if you looked hard enough, you could probably find pictures of it. But it's the opposite side of this picture I'm showing you, the opposite side of the hotel. So what this guy had done was he checked in there and he went down and he gambled at the table and he got comped a bunch of food from one of our restaurants, Pompey and Caesar's Steakhouse. And then he went up to the hotel room and he opened up his bags. And in his bags, he did not have clothes. He had a sledgehammer and a cinder block. And he smashed out the window. And that's where the noise complaint came from, to go up and check out the room. And then he picked up the cinder block and he ran and Supermaned out through the hole. The complaint that we got about a problem with the roof in the new casino was where the guy hit. He did not go through the roof, but he left a rather large impression or depression in the roof of the casino. And when you looked at that from the outside, if you were to look at that picture and you were to just draw on one of those windows a giant black jagged Bugs Bunny, Looney Tunes looking hole in it. That's what it looked like. So it's a cautionary tale for you guys. If you go to a casino, here's my advice to you. If you ever do visit a casino, you take in exactly how much money you can afford to lose. And you realize that you're there for entertainment, just like you're going to Disneyland or Six Flags, or you're going to, I don't know, Chuck E. Cheese or Dug and Buster's for the night. You don't go in there thinking, I'm going to win money, right? You don't do that. You shouldn't do that when you go to a casino. It's recreation, it's entertainment, it should be enjoyment. And you should go in there and realize that if you do win anything, you should put that in your pocket and probably stop. Some people can't do that. And in this case, this was one of the hard times that I worked in a casino where I had to deal with somebody doing something that was beyond anything I would have ever thought of. I mean, that is definitely a tough way to go out. And the reason I mentioned this story tonight is because I feel like there's always things to be thankful for. No matter what your situation, no matter how hard things might get, there's always something to be thankful for. This guy had a wife, he had children. Those were things that most people, I think, would want to live for. It doesn't matter how much money you've lost, those things can be fixed. Those problems can always be overcome. There's always a solution to those, even if it's not an easy one. This type of thing cannot be overcome. So I will leave you with this parting thought. Be thankful for what you have. Hold your loved one tight. Tell the people in your life you love them. Always realize that tomorrow is a new day and you can always make a fresh start. All right. On that note, folks, I love you. Everyone in this community is fantastic. You guys have been great to me and my wife. And it's not just that, it's just that this community is full of great people. So be up, carry your knives, minions, carry on, have a good evening, enjoy your dinners, enjoy your family, have a good Thanksgiving because I won't see you before then. And you should be thankful for all the things that you do have. On that note, folks, I'm going to go make some dinner for Mrs. Edge, and then I'm going to watch some of Cole's live stream. You guys stay sharp. I'll see you all later. Have a good night, okay?